We're at the International Poultry Forum China in Beijing, and we're talking with Aakon Schüssel, Country Manager China for Meyn Poultry Processing Technology. Thank you for joining us today, Aakon.
Thank you, Gary.
The Chinese poultry industry, seen from the outside, as great opportunities and fast growth. But of course, in the last 2 years, there have been a lot of losses and great challenges that the industry here has faced. How can the Chinese poultry industry develop into a mode of sustainable growth?
Yes. The key for the Chinese poultry industry to work on sustainability is to create more consumers' trust. Because that is basically the main point of downsizing of the industry, is that consumers tend from let's say actually from the past already tend to consume more pork than poultry in China. So poultry is a relatively new meat to the Chinese dish. When the situation occurs, as we had experienced in the last 2 years, that antibiotics are used in meat, that we have an avian influenza outbreak, of course this creates distrust amongst consumers, and then they tend to fall back in more the traditional meats, such as pork or others. So the key point for Chinese industry is creating consumers' trust. How they can create consumers' trust? Basically, it's a circle. The circle is that they need to educate the consumer in what you can do with chicken and how chicken is raised and processed and under which conditions. However, that comes to the second part, is that in order to be able to do that, you need to use best practices. Only best practices, let's say, result in a consumer's trust. And there are best practices in China. There are companies, like foreign companies such as Tyson and Cargill, investing in China, but also companies like the CP, Chaitai Group, with extensive experience in their own home markets that bring these best practices into China. Let's have these companies use as a model, as an example, for the rest of the industry.
Well, so that would be you would say best practices is a way for the Chinese industry to deal with things like the recent outbreak of avian influenza.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Aakon.